Hello, everyone. My name is Jaybird, and welcome back to 1000 Lies. Without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time. And suddenly, I feel slightly sleepy. Okay, anyways. Gonna admit it? Gonna admit your guilt? Aussie tries to blind me with the light of his cell phone as if he's interrogating me. I believe I can take his cell phone and rip off his entire hand with a single bite, but I instead opt to control my cannibalistic instincts. Proof doesn't lie. You lied to us about what happened on D-Day, so I won't accept any of your pitiful excuses. What'd you do with my sexy flamenca dialis yesterday? Wait. Nisa. Manika. Flaminica? Dialis? Right? Okay, whatever. I'm totally in favor of you using Roman titles if you're consistent about it, but that girl has her own name. I won't deny that a lot of things happened, but I have to keep it a secret. Not everything that happened was even legal. Compañero, you could get her pregnant. Wrap it up. Is that all you think about? You're right, that's impossible. It's you we're talking about here. And if I'm involved in it, then you have no chance whatsoever. At least not until after I score first. Someday we'll have to work on that mental image of me you've created. Classes end for another day. Aussie and I leave the school together, although he falls behind a bit as he says goodbye to a few of his friends. I wouldn't mind telling Aussie the truth, but I'd have to tell him everything that happened, or else I'd have to have him thinking that I assault people. The problem is Luce. She made me promise that I wouldn't tell anyone about her hobby or her new partnership in general, and that, yes, I accepted her unreasonable deal in the end. Sorry, I can't read, guys. We made that bet during the basketball match, so now I have to deal with it. What I'm not really convinced about is whether or not it's possible to hide the existence of our new meetings at the library. What am I even thinking? It's not like I actually care if anyone finds out. I'll do my part, and I won't snitch, but if someone gets suspicious, I can't stop them. Earlier, Ziva said something about going to the makeup committee meeting. The one for the grad and prom stuff, since the meeting yesterday didn't turn out so well. Aussie catches up with me after he says goodbye. Says his goodbyes to his friends, but the vibration of his cell phone makes him pause for a second. He excuses himself as he slides his thumb over the screen and discovers an enormously unwelcome surprise. Not again! Sheer! I lean my head towards my friend, feigning indifference despite having a terrible hunch about what it may be. You couldn't possibly still be logged into my email account. This time I'll admit I left it logged in on purpose. After what happened last time, I wanted to know if it happened again. It did! Aussie tries to show me the screen, but instead I grab it from him directly and peer at the screen. Yes, there it is, sent only a few moments ago. Another email from the mysterious sender. From Harry H. To Sheeran Endin. Sheeran underscore Endin. Yeah, xxxx.com. Sorry. Subject, not for everybody. Can you accept a fake reality? There's no going back after the first time, nor can taking back what was lost what was lost be considered winning. If after knowing the truth you still wish to be sincere, be careful, because that will make you the greatest liar. Until forever, and good luck with the first consequence. I stand still, completely paralyzed. Finally, Aussie says what I've been thinking after he reads the contents of the email. What? That's what I'm wondering. What's the meaning of this? This email is slightly different from the other two. This time it says, until forever. Does that mean this is going to be the last email? I guess so? I just wanted my figurine, but the first sentence clearly states that you can't take back what's lost, nor are you able to undo anything. Whoever sent this is making fun of me, saying that I'll never see her. And what's the rest supposed to mean? If you're sincere, then you'll become the greatest liar? Is that contradictory? The ends of the emails up until now were the same. I don't know if I should be angry or happy that there won't be more. All I really know is that I won't take the bait ever again. The mystery remains unsolved. Without any clues or hope, maybe I should forget all about all of it. I've already got enough to deal with. I have to meet with Luce in the library this afternoon again, thinking of which, I still have a few hours until it's time to meet up. There's still time, but since it's my secret base anyways, I'm not going to stop using it because there's a new squatter there. I decide to head to the library early. Why do I keep yawning? Why do I keep yawning? Okay. It isn't that easy, though. Once I reach the park, I run into someone who stops me in my tracks. Oh god. I think the best part of going to the library is taking a short stroll around the pond.
Right? It's so nice. I've been waiting here for you for a couple days. What have you been doing?
I kind of forgot the voice I gave her, but I think it's always a high-pitched one. A quiet stroll, with no one to disturb me. Completely alone, walking through nature with only the song of the leaves dancing above the pond. How many poets have showcased such tender moments in the lyrics of their love letters?
Sharon can't see me. He has gone blind. That means that I'm invisible to him right now. This is a great discovery. I can't miss out on this opportunity.
Ah! Stop it! Stop it! It was a joke! Stop tickling me! Oh, I guess it was a tickling. Stop it! It was a joke! Stop tickling me! Stop it, Claire!
It's a miracle. I've cured Sharon and now he can see me. These hands have been blessed with supernatural powers and I didn't know it.
Blind people can also be ticklish, idiot. And my eyes are perfectly fine except for the myopia, but that's another story.
And why do you think they're fine now? Unless... You forgot about me!
I've already told you that it was a joke.
Really?
Claire's sudden appearance doesn't surprise me. I kind of expected her to be here. Maybe this girl's craziness is a good way for me to forget about reality. Her carefree attitude seems to make the real world melt away.
Tell me something, Sharon. Did you forget about me? Would you forget about me if we never ever met again?
Hiding under her hat in embarrassment, Claire asked me a very weird question. She looks worried to hear my answer, so much so that it's perplexing. Look, I may forget about someone else, but not you. I couldn't forget about someone as peculiar as you that easily. You can't simply erase a big weirdo from your memory, wouldn't you say?
I see.
Claire sighs discouragingly. It isn't the reaction I was expecting from her. My intention was the opposite. but she immediately comes back to her senses and returns to the usual Claire.
I've already decided anyways. Next time, don't make me wait as long. I was worried that you were dead or something like that.
You aren't totally wrong about that. I faced death a couple of times.
Could it be that you're a ghost and you're already dead? That would explain why you couldn't see me earlier.
We've already been over that. Just let it go, please. Our conversation resembles a comedian's routine. Talking with Claire, I discover that we have more in common than just our love for the pond. Oddly enough, I'm not annoyed by our accidental meeting. We met not too long ago, so to speak, and even if it was shocking at first, now it's pretty much the opposite. She's definitely insane, yes, but it's one of those comedic instances, compared to the cruel satire the universe frequently throws around anyways.
I see, you're depressed. Where's the confident Shirin that I know? The one who likes to flip off innocent clouds.
I'd prefer to inform you that such a Shirin never existed, but I guess you aren't that far off.
Let me guess. You're upset about your plans going awry? Something or someone in your life has disrupted your normally pleasant peace?
It's not too big of a feat to guess that since you're generalizing, but yes.
Don't play hard to get. I can read you like an open book. Shirin, you can't deceive me.
Don't you have the answer book there? It could be pretty useful.
Maybe. Let's go for a walk and you can bring me up to a date. And you can bring me up to date.
Ugh. One shouldn't trust strangers, but sometimes it's precisely with strangers to whom you can speak the most freely, since you aren't restrained by social ties. Nevertheless, when I speak with Claire, I don't feel like I'm talking to a stranger. She feels more like a lifelong friend to me. So I tell her about my troubles, if I can even call them that, as we take a stroll out of the park. Following her pace, I start vaguely describing all of the events that had transpired this week. The weird emails first, those were the first straw, and then about all of the other tribulations that came after that. I skip everything that I think is better not to mention, especially things related to Luce, since I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone. And in this fashion, we walk around town together as I divulge all of my details. All of the details my disastrous life to her. God, that was hard to say. When I'm done with my complaints, we reach what appears to be our destination. On the main avenue, you can find a shopping mall with a few random stores, like a supermarket, restaurants, and even a movie theater. It's nothing special, but we don't have anywhere else to go in this small town. Now that I think about it, I used to go to the underground arcade a lot. I wonder if it's still there. Claire was surprisingly attentive and quiet all the way there. She had this mature demeanor that contrasted with her previous behavior. It made me wonder if she had swapped places with the twin I was unaware of, or something. But all of my doubts were dispelled the next time that she opens her mouth.
I only listened to half of what you said because it was boring. Shirin, learn to summarize.
Next time, try to fit it into one. Oh shit! I've read it as me. But
next time, try to fit it into 140 characters or less.
You can at least pretend that you're interested. I don't know why I even bother. I forgot that you don't have that thing called common sense.
I didn't stop listening because it wasn't uninteresting. It was because the answer to your worries is so simple that it's hilarious.
What? Do you have a solution? I would love to hear it since I don't even know what triggered those emails in the first place, you know? I mean, you usually piss someone off and that's how you make enemies, but this time, at first I thought it was all some kind of prank, but now I'm not so sure whether... Hey, listen, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ignoring my complaints, Claire fixates her attention on a store display window. Clues? Did I just say clues? Yes, I would like to buy some clues and shoes. I would like clothes, shoes, and all kinds of other feminine accessories are displayed. It's truly a temple for fashion trend followers. Big corporations win once again when it comes to catching people's attentions. Good job, designers, for making my words fall on deaf ears. This is the last time I tried to reason with Claire, and also the last time I tried to defeat a cute pair of shoes. If you're so interested in the store, why didn't you go in? It's not like I was saying anything important. Claire staggers a little, biting her lip before replying to my subtle insinuation.
It's not like I'm that interested. It's just I usually come alone. And it's different if, well...
Claire gently falls to her knees as she speaks. It almost looks as if she's dying from sadness. I shouldn't spoil her after what she did, but I'm not the kind of person who gets angry over this kind of thing. It's easier to let it go. Everyone is happier that way. We can go inside if you'd like. I'm not embarrassed to go with you, if that's what you're worried about. In the end, I'm pretty sure the only things that will fit you are in the kids department.
Ugh.
I was kidding. Don't be like that. Claire starts punching the floor as she turns her face away from me. Don't tell me that I was right.
Boo!
She crawls away, now appearing to be completely lifeless. Did I hit a nerve? Your clothes really are from the kids section. At your age? I tried to keep shaming her for as long as possible, but not as much as I would have liked to, since Claire seems to forget about it once she sees another display. From then on, she takes me from place to place. She never buys anything, but gets interested often, which I can't understand since she doesn't plan on buying any of it.
Look, Sharon, let's go here next!
She gets excited over the smallest of things and talks like it's the first time she's ever seen them.
Look, Sharon! There's a creepy guy over here! There's a creepy guy here!
Her constant shouting over everything makes me worry about the people around us. They've started staring at us and crowding around.
Look, Sharon! He's a thief! He's stealing something!
She goes running after the criminal without even letting me open my mouth to speak.
Look, Sharon! Suplex! Woo!
I clear my throat to get Claire's attention, but it doesn't seem to work. She continues on doing her thing after slamming the alleged robber against the tiled floor.
Look, Sharon! I caught the thief! I'm sure they're going to present me with the key to the town for this. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get this award. Sharon for bringing me here, the thief for letting himself get caught, the guy manning the spotlight who came out of nowhere, and the keysmith for this key.
The keysmith?
The guy who makes keys.
That's a locksmith.
Don't be a fool. That's his nemesis. In any case, thanks to all of you for coming here, and I hope to see you again during the Emmys. Thank you!
Claire ends her speech by clapping and manages to infect me with her enthusiasm, which causes me to join in. Bravo! Bravo! Do you even know what you were doing, Claire?
If you end a speech on a high note and clap, people will cheer for you no matter how terrible it was. Give it a try.
Good to know, but I was actually referring to the fact that your thief is just a mannequin and that the entire shopping mall is staring at us now. They were cleaning the display, see? There was no theft in progress. Claire looks around and realizes how confusedly the crowd around us is whispering about the show she had performed for them.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I tried at first, but after a while, I wanted to see how long it'd take you to realize it on your own. Claire tries to hide under the brim of her hat and pushes herself to stand beside me, embarrassed. Meanwhile, not too far away, I can see some onlookers calling out to a stocky security guard and pointing in our direction. I know now that I have to quickly come up with an escape plan. Thank you everyone for attending the annual robbery drill at the mall. What happened here is exactly what you shouldn't try to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's meet here Let's meet again next year. Round of applause. The crowd infectiously begins to clap, even though they're unconvinced. Still, it's enough for me to grab Claire's hand and get away from the crime scene just in time. In the end, it's true that clapping will spread from one to another if you do it correctly. We reach the last floor, and I peep out from the edge of the catwalk to confirm that no one is following us, especially that stocky guard from before. For some reason, he looks familiar. Regardless, I managed to remain calm. I'm used to pulling pranks with Aussie, although I usually let him take the spotlight instead, first and foremost. I don't like taking the lead, and from what I've seen, Claire doesn't either.
They're gone, Sharon?
That was me dying. Yes, but don't worry, I'll make sure to remind you about this incident periodically so that I can shame you for it.
Don't joke about that!
I got like spit or something on my computer screen somehow. Ew. Let's just wipe that up. Okay. I'm not. I laugh at Claire's expense. Even though she grabs the brim of her hat with both of her hands, I can still see a slight smile on her blushing face.
I don't usually do these things, you know? You're a bad influence. I got carried away because of you.
I noticed. That speech about the key to the town would have been better written if it wasn't the first time you gave it. Couldn't you come up with anyone better to give thanks to? Although I'm only mocking her, this time Claire's laugh is forced. She evades my eyes and refuses to give me a clear answer. It reminds me of what she said back at the first store we went to, and I start wondering if I should be more careful when talking about friendships around her. In any case, it would be best to go somewhere else and avoid drawing any more attention to us. There may be more guards looking for us.
And where can we go?
I scratch my chin thoughtfully and look at my surroundings until I notice the billboard for the movie theater. It's open for the first sessions of the afternoon right now. I don't say anything, but Claire still seems to notice what I'm thinking.
Do you want to go in?
There's a movie playing that I want to watch, so I'm not opposed to the idea. After discussing it with Claire, she also seems to be interested. It's been in theaters for a while. It shouldn't be long before they take it out. If we want to watch it, it's now or never, but... Claire's already buying the tickets before I can finish my sentence. I didn't tell her whether or not I wanted to go now, but she doesn't seem to care. No refunds are allowed, and I still have some time before I need to go to the library. All in all, I decided to shrug it off and go along with the new plan of action. We arrive at the movie theater, find our seats, and the movie starts. Well, guys, I'm going to end this episode of 1000 Lives here. If you enjoyed this episode of 1000 Lives, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!